and today I'm gonna do my first ever Clash of Clans video. So essentially today, I'm gonna be, giving you guys a run of what I do in Clan Wars, right? Um, I guess I'm not your typical casual player that plays, these complex decks or complex hands like Lava Hound or Golem or anything like that. I actually, like 99% of the time, use super witches, because for me at least, they're the ones that, or at least when I've used them, they usually survive all the way through the entire push, and they're very tanky, so that'll actually allow my heroes to put in work without being dealt a lot of damage. But yeah, that's my army composition. I guess I can show you guys. It's this one. So I have 4 super witches, 5 yetis, 4 regular witches, 2 archers, 2 rage spells, 1 jump, 3 freeze, 1 skeleton spell, and 1 invisibility, obviously with the log launcher being my main one. And since it's going to be a war, I'm going to make sure I have my clan castle troops. I'm going to take 2 yetis, a balloon, barbarian, a freeze spell, a poison spell, and a skeleton spell. Okay, so we're locked and loaded, ready to attack in our war. So this is my war if you were interested. It's called the Vagabonds. We're actually very active. I don't know how well we are with respect to the average clan, but we are very active. We usually have, I think we usually have like 30 wars. Yeah, we have 30 wars going on right now. And yeah, if you if you're very active, and I guess if you're a bit higher in terms of like town hall, you're more than welcome to join. Do we have spots? Yeah, we have 2 spots if you wanted to join that. So without further ado, let's get into the attacks. So I'm number 14, but number 14 is taken. I'm gonna go scout number 12. This should be fairly easy. And yeah, so something about my attacks is that I always attack on the side that has the eagle artillery, because that's the biggest threat of mine. So essentially, that's where I'm gonna start. So basically I start out with my yetis, and then I put the log launcher, and then I put the regular witches. I let them get a little push there, get some damage going, and then once this wall is open, that's when I start putting the rest of my troops. So I basically just put everything else, and hopefully getting a good push. Now typically the eagle artillery is like it's not usually like centered like this. So I guess this attack is going to go a bit different than what I'm used to doing. I'm going to throw these 2 spells right here. Let's see, we're okay. We're not doing bad, we're okay. Oh, I forgot the super witches. It's not. I was like, why is my attack so empty? That explains it. Okay, so yeah, this is not going well. Because of that, I apologize. Everyone makes mistakes, but that doesn't mean this attack is done. We still have the king on the other side, and yeah. So something about this attack is that you actually do want to get the super witches down early, or after that yeti regular witch push, once it's a bit open, because again, the only downfall of this attack is that it can run short on time. That was actually one of the worst placements of that jump spell, I have to admit. So the king died. Okay, I don't think this attack is going through. I apologize, guys. This is not going the way I planned. We can still do it. We can still make it for sure. But our biggest threat now is the I don't know. Okay, why is she doing that? Okay. Here, I'm gonna go with this, and then I'm gonna go here. Okay, this is gonna be good for us. Yeah, okay. It looks better now. See, that's the really neat thing about this this deck that I use. As you can see, I mistimed the super witches. If I would have timed the super witches this deck would have been done much faster, and I would have had better tanking for my heroes. But nonetheless, it still crushed this base. We're good to go. We 3-starred, and now we can move on forward to the second attack. Oh, do I have space here? Okay, good. Okay, so now on to the second attack. Now, I'm very confident using this deck that I'm sure I can actually handle a higher end base. Or I guess if you were curious to see how this does against like so I'm Town Hall 14, right? So basically I would actually like to show you how this deck does against, a higher Town Hall. Just to see, how good is this in a higher Town Hall setting. Because usually in our clan, they're really good at being active and usually clear their job first. And sometimes when they do their attacks, they already cleared my mirror, so I'd have to go for something higher. Or if like everything is completely crushed, then I go for like a higher Town Hall test the capability of this deck. And so here, this is what in reality should have happened, right? I should have thrown the Super Witches like how in this attack before the heroes. That way I have enough tanking and everything, and it's a very strong attack. So that's done. So far, so good. So far, so good. I'm gonna actually run the ability here. I'm gonna run a rage here. I'm gonna run a jump spell here. I'm gonna run 2 here. Okay. So far, so good. I'm gonna run another freeze here. I'm gonna put this here. And I'm gonna put a visibility. I'm gonna put the rage here. So far, so good. Are there any... Okay, so far so good, so far so good. I'm gonna run this here. If I can get that, that'd be great. I don't know if we're gonna be able to take this tower. We still could though, we still could. I have the potential. Okay, see, this Warren taking care of that was huge. So that actually gives me space. I don't have to worry about that. That buys me some time because the queen would have to like break all these walls to get there. So we're not actually in bad shape. I'm gonna have to run this ability because I need that Town Hall finished. That Town Hall needs to be done, and we actually took care of that. So now we can actually finish the entire remaining base and go home with our 3-crown or 3-star actually. So that's it for my attacks. The way I attack, using this deck actually doesn't require, I guess, a lot of skill. With other deck or with other hands, you need timing. This one, I guess, is a bit more lenient, just because of the bulkiness of the Super Witches, and also since they added the gadgets of the heroes, I guess, attacks usually have a higher efficiency. And then I guess if you're curious to see what I run with my heroes, so I run the Vanish Dash, the Spiky Ball for the king, the Magic Mirror for the queen, the Invisibility Vial for the queen, the Internal Tome, the Rage Gem, the Seeking Shield, and the Hog Rider Puppet. So that's actually what I run. It's just what works for me. I guess each to their own. But again, this deck is just really nice because doesn't require a lot of skill and it's very effective. I use it like 100% of the times, and I 3-star almost always unless I attack like a max Town Hall 16 base. That's usually when I test the ability of this deck, see how well it does with the limiting level. But yeah, this is an awesome deck just because I actually like using cards that I don't really use. In this case, the Super Witches. They're really underrated card. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. Well, first, because I only have 2 attacks and I already did them in war. And that's it. Again, if you wanted to join the clan, it's called the Vagabonds. There's the clan tag. And yeah, if you have any comments, if you like the content you see, you have any suggestions, let me know. I would always appreciate it. Again, I'm just fairly new to this, I guess, making YouTube videos. I'm not really versatile in using like other cards. I can try using other cards. But yeah, again, thank you guys for stopping by. This is Clash with Gus here, signing out.